What's up, world? What's up, Zion? It's Prince Easy coming at you again once more, as usual. I do have a couple slides with me that I want to share with you this fine day that we're having, right? And of course, before we get to those, I want to issue a fair use disclaimer, right, for all the copywritten material that's going to be shared in this here video, right? So, without further ado, let's get to it, alright? So, this is what happens. This is also unfolding over there, right? So apparently they built a secret base in some other people's countries. Yeah. So some NFL player with the name the third at the end of his name he has a wife, and what I'm gonna read to you are the messages that got leaked, right? These messages got leaked to the public, okay? I don't even need to give them context. We shall have a read and you shall see for yourself what they're really about. Okay? So let's begin from the top, the green one. Right? I want a football player, NFL preferably. A tall chocolate one, like you did. I want your life. Right? This is what the first girl is asking this wife of the NFL player. Right? So, this is what the wife had to say. That's easy, but you have to play your cards right. You can't be an emotional little girl. Okay? And then the first girl proceeds to say, teach me, right? She's ready to learn from the master. Okay? Okay. So she starts listing out recommendations, right? Or rather the techniques to secure, like she said, a tall chocolate one. Okay? And of course, preferably playing in the NFL. Okay, let's get to it. He is the prize. Okay? Remember, he can change your life, you can change his. Okay? So she's making a point that he is the prize. Right? He can change your life, you can't change his life. Alright? Okay? Pick this game now. That is number one. Number two, dealing with cheating. Don't look for it. Girls will throw themselves at him, and some will succeed. If it's just a fling, let it go. But don't let him get emotionally attached to one of them. P.S. He will always be attracted to black girls. Activate that shenane in her by picking at her let him see it. He will ditch her quick. LOL. I know that was a lot, but let's take it from the top. Okay. Okay, because we have been asking ourselves, why does it keep happening, right? In NBA, in the NFL, right? In general, right? All of these wealthy young men end up with Caucasian women, right? We have been asking questions, right? And people wanted to know, right? So, let's read that again. Dealing with cheating, don't look for it. Girls will throw themselves at him, and some will succeed, right? It is just a fling. If it is just a fling, let it go. But don't let him get emotionally attached to one of them, right? P.S. He will always be attracted to black girls, right? Activate that shenane in her by picking at her and let him see it. He will ditch her quick. LOL. Right? So that was game on top of game, right? The PS is like more information, right? Like a extension package to the information provided prior, right? Just to give it more oomph or depth. Okay? So, let's move on. So, I don't know, right? We have a lot to talk about that second point, but people are grown, you know. It seems that these particular women have figured out that there's a certain type of behaviors that make black women really seem unattractive to black men, right? And the only way that these behaviors express themselves is when these said black women are angry, right? So they don't just need to do the picking, but the reaction will do the job, right? Their behavior will basically repel the black man from the black woman, right? So she continues, if she's like us, meaning, right, remember these are two white women giving each other educations and stuff, right? So she proceeds, right? That's just below after the PS, right? Just below that. She continues, if she's like us, it will be harder, because more than likely she's playing to win him too, right? She's playing, so this does not apply to black women, I don't know, right? But if she's a white woman, be very worried. Right? If she's a white woman, be very worried, right? This is peak game here, brothers and sisters, right? If she's like us, it will be harder, right? Because more likely right? Because more than likely she's playing to win him too, make him choose in capital letters, right? And by making him choose is basically do whatever it takes to tip the scales in your favor, right? Because that's the whole unspoken premise here, right? And then she proceeds. Number 3, be an asset to him, right? Fold his clothes, buy and bring him his food, right? Do his homework. Completely integrate yourself in his life to where he can't function without you. Okay? She's a professional, right? Okay? Number 4, don't embarrass him. Don't cheat. Don't text other men. His cute friends and teammates will try you. Ignore it. Just in case the relationship goes south, another athlete will see you as gold, right? So, I don't know, a contingency plan, we call it. What else are we supposed to call it, yeah? A contingency. Okay? Number 5, go completely wild on him in bed. Use throat play, right? Do any and everything. Be spontaneous. Make it go down anytime, anywhere, right? This is just peak game here, okay? Number 6, his mom, right? He is now giving game on how to deal with the mother, right? The black mother, that is, right? Assuming we are talking about, okay? His mom. Lex, do not tell his mom any personal information, especially something negative. She will tell his entire family and he will blame you. Just smile and wave and be quiet. Number 7, always look good and appealing. Hair and face always has to be done. Okay? Just giving game, right? Just transferring of information to secure that tall chocolate NFL player, right? These are the techniques. Okay? So, like she said, number 7, look good, right? But she goes on to expand number 7, right? Push for marriage, or at least have multiple kids, and you got him. Okay? Let's do that again. Push for marriage, or at least have multiple kids, and you got him. Okay? What's the intention after getting him? Okay, I don't know. In 2 years, on the draft day, you'll be a millionaire. And your friends will work harder in school to literally never live the life you live. It is so sweet and rewarding, Lex. I'm in Cancun right now. Yeah. I'm grateful I'm not an NFL, NBA, because this is rough. This is some but again, I'm just here to tell Shanae. I'm just here to tell Shanae there's a particular women that be plotting, right? They'll be plotting, right? And they know exactly what they're doing, right? It seems that at this particular point they have this down to a science. They have it down to a science. And these recommendations, I don't know, are they gonna work? Well, to be honest, they're gonna work for most men. Okay? They're gonna work, right? Because we, as the melanated people, we know exactly what they mean when they say the Shanae, right? That Shanae demon, when it comes out, right? Black men do not like it. And they're using that to their advantage, right? I don't know what to call it nowadays. I don't know, playing the long game, who knows at this particular moment, right? But just know, right? Her biggest concern is that these black people are always damn attracted to each other. They're always attracted to each other. That's a big problem. But they have a solution. Provoke. Right? And like they say, when you get the truth, when a person is angry or drunk, one of the two, nigga. One of the two. So, okay, first of all, they did not just make this up, okay? Like I said, they have this down to a science, meaning they have seen a pattern of behavior and they have seen a loophole into the black man's heart. Hence, we are seeing the success they're having, right? We are seeing the success they're having, right? So, I'm just here to pass on information of what exactly they think of black people, right? Women and men, right? Yeah. So, will not allow this country's territory to be used as a testing grounds for attacks on other countries. How did the Iraqi government not know that Israel was building two air bases used to attack Iran? We're gonna find these answers sooner or later, right? But hey, more information, right? They were not just bases and underground and stuff. No, they were whole air bases apparently, right? Certain evidence seized from Luigi Mangioni's backpack must be suppressed, right? Other key evidence allowed, judge rules. This is they need to hire new people in the cover-up department. Like, this is sloppy work here. Like, come on, do a better job. Like, seriously. Okay? Like, seriously. This is lazy work here. Okay? Do better, please. Well, a lot of interesting things were said in this here video. Wow, quite informative. Is that the word? I think it is. So, after the concert scandal, right? You know what the concert scandal is? So apparently South Koreans went into a concert with cameras, like huge cameras with lenses and stuff, right? And this particular concert did not allow such equipment to be used in the vicinity or during the show, right? And this, I don't know how the guy got in with that big ass lens and that big ass camera, but hey, right, that's not the point. But he just got in. Okay, that's the and that began a whole internet war, right, between the Eastern Asians, right? You can look at this video to know the groups participating. But guess what? The South Koreans are calling their fellow Asians monkeys. This is funny. By way of deception, thou shall do war. Never forget that. Again, they're using Hollywood to wage a war against who? It is said that these movie ideas cannot catch flight, basically, right? Because you have no access to equipment and location. All you have is just an idea, okay? Because the equipment come with the crew and the locations are the most important. So they all have to be cleared by the Mossad for us to have a Hollywood movie, right? And in this particular video, they were talking about World War Z. World War Z, is it? Right, with the one with Brad Pitt, right? And they're talking about how the Mossad most likely rewrote, right? Because it is said the movie was a book adaptation, right? And the way the story ends in the book and how it ends in the movie, two different stories. Why? Since Frank Sinatra, apparently. This has been going on, right? And now, this is their new movement, right? Again, cleared, right, by the Mossad people. This is from The Boys, the series The Boys, right? And it was a disturbing thing since the first episode I saw this. I could not stand it. The biggest issue or unsettling issue that was in these things here was the pride and ego. Like, I couldn't, right? But more is coming out, right? So Homelander apparently, remember the last picture I showed you with the Homelander, right, standing in front of a cross, right? Right, he done written a whole Bible, right? And of course, people have come out and said that, you know, there are parallels, right? There are parallels between reality and this franchise here, right? Because what do we have here? Democratic Church of America. That's where we are right now. That's where we are going. right? And the guy basically demands worship, right? And from the last I remember, I think the first group of people who were doing a mass thing in worship of Trump, I believe it was back in, I don't know, 2022, I don't know, 2020, or it's a blur at this point, right? But it was in India, and these people, these individuals in India over there built a Buddha statue of Trump, right, with the cloak and everything, and they were worshipping it just out of the blue. That was a trial run, I guess. Look it up, I'm serious. Right, I think I had the picture. Maybe I erased it. Ah, the good old days. When did I capture this? 2022. Imagine that. Yeah, good old times. Like I said, good old times. And of course, before I forget, this demon here, the so-called voice of God, called Metatron, right? That is the new branding of Angel. That's gonna hit the streets. I done erased the picture. I don't know. I can't find it. I think I erased it at one point, right? But yeah, it's a real thing. You can look it up. Just enter into your Google search Trump Buddha. Yeah, Buddha statue, India worship. You'll get the thing. It was white and everything. He was hitting the pose like he was meditating. It was fantastic. But anyway, well, as you can see, right, the aggressions are still going on, right? They're not actively pursuing peace in any form or kind or way, right? That's just, I myself had to come to terms with that, right? They will only rest easy knowing they're secure is when they have seen the thing that makes them fearful completely destroyed in front of their eyes, to be certain. Right, that's when they will feel all fuzzy and calm on the inside, right? And Zelensky is just getting fatter and fatter. There's something wrong with that man. These are not good symptoms. But anyway, it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. So when they talk about the power to accept things you can change, yeah, this is that. There are things that are just out of control of man, right? But what is for sure is that this world is changing, and in my opinion, for the better, right? Regardless of the openly expression of evil, right? But these are signs of desperation and them losing. This is why they are acting like this. So yeah, fight on, move on until it's done. So yeah, I'll put a pin on it right there, and of course we're gonna conversate the next time we meet, or rather hear from each other in this case. Miss Easy signing out. Love you. Bye.